Well, I'm here in Munford, Alabama, a little tiny town with lots of empty parking lots, yet lots of no parking signs. They're very protective of their parking, it would seem. But hopefully I found a place where I won't be bothered here at the Cheaha Regional Head Start place. And I'm gonna try to cycle Mount Cheaha. That did not go well the first time I tried it. So we'll see how today goes. Today I'm on a much lighter bike, and it is not preceded by a nearly 100-mile ride the previous day, so I'm hoping I can make it to the top this time. Going past the high school, the fire danger is moderate today, so there's that. But I'm kind of nervous about this ride. Pretty tame so far, but I'm gonna turn on to Cheaha Road, heading in that direction. And then the challenge will begin. Well, no serious climbs for a few more miles, but I do expect a little more elevation change. Here we go. Well, we've gone almost 5 miles coming from that direction, going this direction. I've already had to visit my lowest gear, which is not a good sign because the real climb doesn't happen yet. But this week, my bag decided to break, the strap that straps onto the seat post. And so this is flopping around. And I figure I better move this light and put it on my helmet, because if this turns to the side, it'll do me no good. We just passed the sign, 9 miles to Cheaha, and there's this cute little camp. Eerily quiet, Camp Mac. So we'll go down and take a look at the lake. Well, we're getting high enough that we can see the peaks of the mountains. I don't know if that's Cheaha, but if it's not, the thought that Cheaha is higher than that, and we've already climbed this far, is a little daunting. It's a beautiful ride. No traffic, just the breeze. We may be entering the state park, but we are nowhere near close with the climb. The toughest part is yet to come. All right, this should be my last turn. It was tough coming up, but actually not as bad as I thought. I just stayed in my lowest gear and spun, and my heart rate peaked at about 150. So that's good news, because I should still have something left for the worst part here. A real kicker of a climb to the summit. Here we go. Well, we've basically made it. Went into the store there to get some trail mix, get some more water, but most importantly to get my code to get me past the gate there so I can do those final meters of climbing up to the tower. Well, we made it to the top, Alabama's highest point. And there's a museum here all about the Civilian Conservation Corps and a tower. Now the museum is closed currently due to COVID, but the tower is still open. And I bet the tower has some good acoustics. So this tower was built in 1935 by the Civilian Conservation Corps. And you know what else came out in 1935? Gershwin's Porgy and Bess. So in honor of 1935, summertime and the living is easy. fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Well, your daddy's rich, and your mom is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. The back terrace of the Vista Cliffside restaurant, and although I was planning on having some lunch up here, they don't open for another hour, so I'm going to go ahead and make my descent. The view really is stunning, and you can see the lake down below where we were earlier today. We'll be passing that again on the way back to Munford. Just beautiful. I have a feeling the descent back to Munford is going to go much faster. Well, I was trying this other route, a little shortcut on the way back, Hopeful Road, but I've gotten this far and it turns to gravel. And these tires are not made for gravel, so I'm gonna turn around. Well, I made it back. I'm glad to see that my car is not towed, no ticket. And wow, some of those descents felt awfully fast. I have a feeling I may have set my own personal speed record on one of those descents. So I'm gonna pack it up. Well, here's my ride, and I'm so glad that I tried this and returned to Cheaha. The ride was not as daunting as I remembered it from a year ago. The final ascent, it looks daunting, but it's 5, 6, 7%, maybe up to 8. But I was able to manage that pretty well. The toughest spot was actually back in here where there's a section that exceeds 11%. So that was really tough. But fortunately, that did not last too long. You can see this tail here was where I tried to take my shortcut, but Hopeful Road turns into a gravel road right in around here. So I had to double back to return the way that I came. And I would just encourage any cyclist to give it a try if you're up for a mountain climb.